Hi, it's Bernadette Rock for Boxing Disclosure. I'm in London. I'm at the MTK show in Brentwood, and I'm with Peter Sims. How you doing, Pete?
I'm alright, Bernie. Yeah, you? I know you like that.
Why do you do that to me all the time?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, good.
That was a great fight for Tony Conquest. A good comeback fight, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a really good fight for Tony Conquest. I mean, that guy's a strong guy. You know, he's a good opponent. He boxed Dylan White. I think he's been with Chisora, Gary Cornish at heavyweight. You know, he's had 103 fights. I think the kid has only been stopped 4 times. So it was good for Tony to get the 6 rounds out and all. You know, but he looked really sharp. I thought his timing might be out. He ain't boxed for 2 years, but he was, you know, he was spot on, over the moon. Yeah, really over the moon.
Yeah, I mean, he was going in for that body shot over and over, wasn't he? So.
I know he was. Yeah. I was trying to open him up the year. We trying to open the opponent up with the body shots so he could go through the middle. But it was tough, very experienced, the opponent. You know what I mean? He knew what he was doing. You know, he was in there to survive. But yeah, I was really pleased with Tony's performance. Like I said, you know, he won every round. What more can you ask?
Brilliant. And why was it? Because I don't know why he was out. So it's something I am going to ask him. Why was he out for the couple of years?
It was mainly he wasn't really focused on his boxing at the time. He'd just been beat by Oval McKenzie. He come back. He had a fight with me. Then he went away. He got married. He had a little boy, Rocco. And then he come back and he said, I'm ready to come back now and you know, and be switched on again to the pro game. You know, as you know, in this pro game you have to be switched on 100%. You can't have your mind focused on other things, and you know, and that's what he's done. But I think he looked better tonight than I've ever seen him. You know, he looked really sharp. Yeah.
Okay, great. And then obviously, I do want to. It's not old news as such, but I do want to talk to you about obviously Craig Richards and the Frank Buglioni fight.
Spider Richards. I don't know him as Craig. People say
Still.
Who's that? Craig? Yeah, Spider. Yeah. Yeah, we was flying out to Belfast on the Friday at Stansted Airport. Eddie walked in the departure lounge and he said to us, Callum Johnson's pulled out the Buglioni fight. Do you fancy the fight? So I said to Eddie, you know, any chance we can get this fight over with tomorrow? So that's what we done. So he boxed in Belfast the next day, stuck the kid in, I think it was the 2nd or 3rd round. Then we sat down with Eddie after till 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning in the hotel bar, as you do, discussing fights. And we took the fight. You know, I said, you know, what really he was in a win-win situation as we looked at it. You know, he had nothing to lose out of it. You know, he got well paid for it by Eddie and Matchroom, and it was a good learning curve for him. You know, if he won the fight, he would have been a British champion.
Yeah.
You know, he was when he took the fight, he was sort of like on the borders of British Eliminator. He's still in the same place. He's still in the same position, and obviously he moved up to light heavy from super middle. So
there's a lot going on for him really to take that, wasn't it? Yeah. Plus the rounds, 12 rounds as well.
12-round fight. He's never done 12 rounds before. He only done a 10-rounder against him before, so you know it was a big step up for him. I mean, Buglioni was a good champion. You know, we sparred loads of rounds with him, Craig, but it wasn't only stepping up to the rounds; it was stepping up to the weight. You know, moving up to that light heavy from super middle, which we're going to focus on in the new year.
I was going to ask actually, is that where he's going to stay now in the weight division?
He's going to stay at light heavy, 6'4". You know, he's 27, he's a fully grown man now. He can't make super middle no more. You know, every time he sort of like dropped down to 12'2", 12'3", he got a cold, he lost his power, he lost his time, and it all sort of went to pieces in fights. You know, when he fought Higgins for the Southern area, I sort of half knew then. You know what I mean?
Did he do as well as you expected, or how do you rate his performance that night?
I really rate his performance. I mean, I'm sure as everyone else did who watched the fight. I think he done fantastic at a week's notice. That was a brilliant performance. You know, here's the man himself now. Can't remember, we were just talking about you. You know, finally walked in. We're on the camera here, doing it, if you know. So we're saying that you might as well come in with it.
Right, we're just talking about obviously your last fight.
Yeah.
Brilliant performance, or I think. How are you feeling after that? It was 12 rounds. You went up weight.
Yeah.
You know, what are you feeling now?
Yeah, I feel good. Learned a lot from it, and then you know, going to come back and you know. Come and show what I've learned from the last fight, and you know, back in training we're just going through a few things and come to show what we've been working on and what we're learning.
And what was one of the main things did you spot in yourself in that fight that you've been focused on particularly?
Well, I think it was a lot of in the mind, the self-doubt of doing the 12 rounds, etc. Now I've done the 12 rounds, I know it wasn't as hard as I pictured it was. and now I know I've got more capabilities than I knew before the fight. So I think I won't hold back next time as much, and I can press more, and especially now I've got more time, I've built into the weight more, so I think it'll just be a whole new experience next time I'm in the ring.
You seem excited already about it, which is good.
I'm excited.
And what about the eating plan? Are you just being able to eat what you want now? Or?
Yeah, I just.
As in a lot of food, sort of thing.
Well, I just listen to the man ahead, and then he tells me what I should eat and what I shouldn't, because sometimes I can be a bit particular on my food, so I just hear what he's got to tell me. Do that, and I've felt better since I've been listening and learning on my foods and that more.
Brilliant. Okay, and then obviously 2018. I take it you're going to go for a belt now.
Yeah, it's going to be a big year, 2018. Very big year.
What's the first plan?
I don't know.
The first plan is we're gonna come back with a 6 or 8 rounder. Maybe probably March time, sort of Easter time. If we do a 6 rounder, then we'll do an 8 rounder, and then we're going to look at a title shot. You know, either or eliminator or somewhere thereabouts. You know, but now he's done it 12 rounds really. If he took a 10-round title shot now for an intercontinental or an interim title, he's going to start live here now. He's 6'4", he's 27. We've just got to build him into the weight now. It's going to take a little bit of time, so I want him naturally building. I just want him to eat and fill himself up and be, you know, and be slow in there. So we're going to take our time there and sort of like, not rebuild, but go ahead with a different weight, a different structure, a different way of fighting, rather than the super middle, the quicker hands. You know, we've got to find the strength there, the power there, more weights, a bit more strength and conditioning, and build him into a full-blown light heavy, and watch him take over the domestic division.
Oh, very good. Oh, that was perfect timing, that
Yeah,
one. So
it was. I heard you from the.
Oh, great.
From the bar, when he's eating a burger.
Oh, jeez. Cool. All right, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Cool. I want to talk to you about the rest of the stable. What are the plans for 2018?
I mean, you know, we're looking at, obviously, you know, we're looking at Spider, getting him out now. Tony Conquest obviously had his comeback fight. Hopefully we're trying to look at getting Bradley Saunders out now. I think
Yeah, because he's been off now for a bit.
Bradley Saunders had a fight back. Obviously had his comeback fight in the next Gin show in Newcastle. So I think he's going to be out in the next Newcastle show. I think Matchroom are talking about maybe doing it in March or sometime like that. I've got a girl fighter that I was just signed called Belinda Skinner.
Cool.
She's an ABA champion. She's looking to fight out in February time, you know, so that'd be something different to watch.
I'm loving all the women involved in this now.
I know, yeah, I know,
It's
yeah.
great. I love it.
Yeah. So she's like Nicky Adams' weight. So we'll see what she can do. You know, she won the ABA title, she won the Herring Gaze. So she's been a new thing on the scene. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, there's quite a little bit going on in the gym. I've got Donald Smith now helping me out in the gym full time. You know, training and that. So it gives me a bit more time to focus on the managing side of things and all. Because we've always been a boxer and a manager. You know, having Donnell in the gym, he's a great trainer. You know, he's good on the pads. It gives me a little bit more time to focus on my management side, making bigger fights, getting the money right for them, rather than being in the gym all day, missing things, answering the phone, on the pads, talking to Matchroom, talking to the promoter. You know, it gives me a little bit of time to focus on that for the fighters in the gym, and that's where we're going to go forward in 2018.
Brilliant. And you're looking very slim. Have you been working out, Pete?
I've been going Weightwatchers.
All right.
No, Spider's been eating all my food.
That was the diet plan.
That was the diet plan. I take me food in the gym, and he goes, "No, I've got to be a full-blown night ever. Give me your food, coach."
Brilliant. Well, it's working out anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, good to see you all.
You, Bernadette.
All right, and I'll see you in
Pleasure to have you.
2018. Thanks. Cheers.